field of education and what's most important for all of us, whether you are a teacher or a student. Teacher, to me, is a person who is always learning new things, more than teaching, absorbing more and more. Let me also put something. What drives a student towards education success? Only two things: interest and ability to observe. And both are interconnected. How can you have, rather, how would you observe things unless you are interested? Let me give an example. Suppose if you find in this whole ashram, and if I tell you, I'll give you 1 lakh rupee for every blue rose you find in this ashram. So you are now interested in getting that money in the prize. Your ability to observe will simply skyrocket. Let's go around everywhere, not just on our walkways or pathways. You will go and venture also into riskiest of places, never minding even snakes around, and say, let me find that blue rose. The price tag is 1 lakh. So we have to make children interested in education. That will propel them. Once they get interested into it, your role is practically over. They will bother you, teach me this, teach me that, teach me this, teach me that. See, I give you another example. It's a real life story. Sometime in 2012, a young boy of hardly 9 years came to me. He did not come on his own, but his mother fetched him from Noida. Mother's complaint was he is already on drugs, many girlfriends, 9th grader, see? And he's losing interest in education. I say, I don't know what to do, but then I called him inside. And just like that, I asked him a question. What do you like to do in your life? He said, I'd like to be a very rich man. I said, what would you do with all that wealth? First of all, I would like to buy a Porsche, a sports car with so many horsepowers. Okay. I said, what is the budget? She said, 3 crores something. Can your parents afford it? So maybe. I said, what is their salary? So he added up something like 1.2 lakhs a month. I said, now, even if they give 100% of their monthly salary to you, how many years will it take you to pay Porsche? Of course, if you don't study, you can still have Porsche, but you'll be driving somebody else's Porsche. You'll become a driver, but you won't own it. So sometimes we have to give both. We have to use both the instruments of giving carrots and threatening them also what will be the outcome if they don't get educated properly. Another weapon I use is that who will marry you unless you are educated? You want a beautiful girl who can fall in love with you. Duffers like you will marry. So these two things really touches their heart. When it comes to intuition, we have a program called Brighter Mind. You should deploy that program right across all the schools. we had been charging 12,000 rupees per student. But now I have resolved not to charge even 1 rupee for this program. See, what you can do is send your teachers, or some of you can get the training here. It takes a day or two to get going with this Brighter Mind program. And that really propels their awareness to a higher level of intuition. Second thing I'd like you to incorporate is relaxation. Every morning, most schools in India have prayer classes, prayer sessions. Most people don't know what they are even uttering. They recite slokas, but they remain undigested without understanding the meaning of the sloka or the prayer, the significance of it. They can learn all that, but most important to me is while they recite sloka, you share with them what it really means. So that will also help you understand what it all means. Relaxation in every class should be made mandatory just before you start your classes. Once the first period, as we call it, they should relax for it takes only 5 minutes. And before they leave the school, the relaxation. And after having relaxed, let them reflect upon what they have learned during the daytime. So they will be able to revisit. Also tell them tomorrow, each period, at the end of it, or just towards the end of it, you mention to children, tomorrow we're going to learn, or next time we meet again, because each subject is different on different days. So next time we meet, I'll be taking up the same chapter or the next chapter. Come prepared. So if they come prepared, they'll be able to absorb it even more. So these are few tips which are not very extraordinary, but they are game changers.